wanna be the life of the party. I wanna dance with somebody.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are at Henley Royal Regatta for the first time experiencing this. I'm taking you along with me, experiencing the whole thing. I have no idea about rowing. I am with my lovely friend Paige, who's just parked next to me after an absolute palaver on the way here. The engine management light came on in the car and it's just been a bit of a journey, but we're staying positive, even though it's also chucking it down, raining at the moment. But I've come prepared. I have my ginormous Holland Cooper brolly with me. I am in my RK Bennett dress and my Primark blazer. This is the only one that I have that actually kind of went with the outfit. I've put on my little badge here. I never worn anything like that before in my life. Why is there a wet receipt? So we're gonna go and brave the rain. I've got cream RK Bennett wedges on and it's so muddy in the car park. I just hope my outfit doesn't get ruined, so wish me luck. But I will take you along for the day, hoping that the weather brightens up, but we shall see, so let's go. So we are in, we've actually been here for like a couple of hours now, and Paige has naughtily bought us this £50 bottle of alcohol-free sparkling rosé. How nice. Cheers, babe.
Yeah, your OG true equestrian girl.
So we've just come outside, it's actually stopped raining, and it's like almost 2 o'clock. We're on the break at the moment. We've not seen any rowing whatsoever because we've been inside, but we've just come out to have a little look round. That's the Steward's Enclosure, and the Regatta Enclosure is actually really small. We're not impressed, are we? But we're hoping to see some rowing. Outside, this isn't here. You got Paige with me. Hello, hello. Nice to finally meet in person. In real life. We are. How lovely is this? So it's finally stopped raining and we're actually going to watch the rowing. And it is what, 2 o'clock? Yeah, 2 o'clock. We're finally watching it. So we're going to sit and watch this now in the sun, hoping that the weather is going to stay like this. Yeah. It's going to be windy, but super windy. We just have to soak it up. Just doing a TikTok. What is it about?
Right, so you see those guys, well the girls that go to like Wimbledon or something like that, and they go, I'm just searching for my future husband at Wimbledon. I'm going to do a Henley edition and see what I can find. This is a joke, but I'm going to just join in the joke.
You've gone on like searching as well.
I'm searching. No, I'm not.
And here's got into the TikTok as well though. It looks pretty good, so you have to look at Paige's TikTok to have a look at that. I feel like I'm all forehead today. This is the reality of Henley. Mud everywhere, and this massive queue all the way down to VIP, down the towpath, maybe it's called, but it's not all pretty, everybody. There's us thinking that the Regatta Enclosure might be like a little bit bigger, but we were actually very underwhelmed when we arrived this morning. It's not actually very big. So that was a big disappointment. So Henley is over and out for us. We've had enough now. It's too muddy, and we're just going to head into Henley-on-Thames to see if we can get some dinner. And then I don't know if we're even going to go back in after this.
No, I feel like we've seen a lot of the rowing itself, and we've experienced as to what
More than what we thought we'd experience with what we've seen earlier.
exactly. But I feel overall, despite the weather, it's been a good day out.
Yeah, it has been a good day. I think if you're going to come, I think Regatta Enclosure, unless you are more than happy to come and get drunk and spend a lot of money on that, then come. But I think it'd be better if you like the Stewards Enclosure, because that'd be so much better. But yeah, it's been a good day, but I think if we were going to come again and we could get in the Stewards Enclosure, then I'd say do that. But it's just been a bit of a mud pit today.
Overall, a 8 out of 10.
I'd go 7. 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm quite brutal. Brutally honest here. There is this part as well, which is Lions Meadow, which you can come and sit in. There's loads of like little food bits and things here as well. Back in the car, just changing my shoes over before I head home. It's been an absolute washout of a day. I'll talk more about it either when I'm back, no doubt when I'm editing this. I'll give you like my full opinion of what I think of Henley, but if I'm honest, if we can't get in the Stewards Enclosure next time, I don't think I'd bother coming. I've already experienced it now. I feel like the Regatta Enclosure was so small, just wasn't worth it. But yeah, gonna head home now. I'll give you more info when I'm home. Yeah, Still been a nice day though. We went for dinner at Cotê, I think it was. I had some fries and tried truffle fries for the first time. Don't think I'm a fan of truffle fries. And then that was in Henley itself, and then when we came out it was so busy everywhere, so we're gonna head home now. It is currently 6:25, so I won't get home until about 8 o'clock. So it's been a full-on day. We've been here for 9 hours. We've fully experienced it. But yeah, I'll talk to you more about it when I get home. And I am back home. I tried to vlog in the car, but the camera was going everywhere, so I didn't really want to vlog like that because you would not be able to hear a thing. So I'm going to give you a lowdown of the entire day. You guys know me by now. If you're a long-term subscriber, I am very open and honest. Like, if you meet me in person, you will know how much I am like straight to the point, don't talk no shit. I speak the truth and like my mind basically. So first of all, it cost us £55 for a ticket for the Regatta Enclosure, and then £50 on top of that for parking. Now bearing in mind this is my first time going, so I was not aware that there was car parks nearby that were much cheaper. Like, there was one when I drove in that was £10 but was quite far away. And then there was like other ones about the page store that was like £20 to £40. I paid £50 to park there, and it was literally right behind the enclosure, so I can't really complain the fact that it was literally on the doorstep. So if I'd have parked anywhere else, it would have been such a trek. So as much as it was £50, I much preferred being there and not have to like trek really far to go to the other car parks. So we got there, and the Regatta Enclosure had the toilets on the right as you walk in through security, and then they have the souvenir shop when you walk in, and then the bar and cafe was on the left with like some outdoor seating and indoor seating, and then next door to that was like the bistro restaurant thing, and then in front of all that there's like the big grandstand with no cover whatsoever, and it was raining the majority of the day, and then there were seats on the River Thames like front, and then there was like a cut-off point that had the night timber next to it, which was towards the steward's enclosure. Now we didn't realise, because Paige was about to walk in there and I was like, Paige, we don't have tickets for that one. We were like, well, is this it? And literally the enclosure was so small, there was hardly any cover for people to go in there apart from that one bit that we were in, having that glass of non-alcoholic rosé, and it was just like, I heard so many people like saying, is this it? Like, the enclosure was awful. And then you got the steward's enclosure, which was absolutely huge, may I add. So it felt very segregated. So you had like the massive stewards one and then the Regatta. So it's kind of like which was for the general public, the Regatta Enclosure. But I thought like it was very basic considering you paid £50 to get in. It was literally so small, so we were not impressed by that. But I think it would have been better if we were in the steward's enclosure. I am just going to take my jewellery off as I talk to you. But yes, my opinion is it was very small, hardly any shelter for in the rain. Thank goodness I took my big umbrella with me. My RK Bennett wedges, which are cream, are now brown at the bottom because of all the mud, but that was probably my own fault from shoe choices, but got very muddy. Yeah, it just felt very segregated, where like you got the general public and then the crew and their members and family and things. Because I don't come from a wealthy background, I won't not lie, I'm no millionaire, I wasn't brought up like that. I have nothing against people that do, because fair play to you, because what a beautiful life that is. But my life, when I was brought up in a single parent household, and my mum did her very, very best for us. She took us out to so many places, and we were brought up on hardly any money. So, and I appreciate so much that my mum did for me and my brother when we were kids. She brought us up in such a lovely way, and she gave us all of her love, and I will forever be grateful for that with my mum, because we had the best childhood I could ever ask for. Like, it's actually tearing me up talking about it. So I was brought up, as I said, single parent household. I wasn't given much as a child because we couldn't afford it. We didn't go on holiday. We went on one holiday, which was my uncle's wedding in Spain, and I was 9 at that point, and I'd never been abroad until I was 9. But that was the only holiday that we had because we couldn't afford it. And then on my dad's side, I was very much brought up in like the countryside lifestyle, in a way, country walks, going to different country places, things like that. I was brought up very well mannered. I had a very like mixed, why am I holding my hat? Very mixed upbringing, because my parents split up when I was 18 months old, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Like, if that's the way that they were and they were happy like that, that's completely fine. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but this is kind of like making sense to me. The only thing I was ever given, like a big thing that I've ever been given, is my car that my dad bought me, which was like which I still have to this day. Actually, I've had it for 6 years, because it's a very sentimental thing, and I know it's only a Peugeot 206 and it's like almost 20 years old, but I love it because it's like a sentimental thing for me, and it's great on fuel, low mileage and cheap to fix. I say that and I've got a rear axle that just cost me £250, but it's cheaper than other things. But yeah, I love that car. So, and that's the biggest thing that my dad ever got me. And like when you see like these people that are absolutely loaded and they get given like Range Rovers and things like that, but I'm just basically saying that's not my background. I wasn't brought up like that. So anyway, like I said, I'm going off on a tangent, but that's basically my upbringing. I wasn't brought up in like a private school or whatever. I went to a public school, and it's very much people that had like money. I felt very like out of place there. It was just it was very nice to experience like that kind of way, but it just, I don't think I want to go again. I just don't think it's my vibe. And the rowing, like I said, like each to their own, that goes to this and they have a great time. But I just went to experience this, and this is just my opinion and what I experienced. But we went out of the Regatta Enclosure down to this other bit, and there was loads of people, and there was a bit of mud. And Paige and Nahia said, oh, let's go see what's down there. So we did. Massive queue down there. We ended up losing Nahia because there were so many people. Couldn't ring her. She had no signal. We didn't have a number. We only had her Instagram. We should have got each other's numbers. So we lost her then, and then we realised it was literally just VIP on the right hand side. We're like, right, okay, turn around, go back. And we'd lost her at this point. So we waited for her for a little bit, and in that point we seen the military police, and then we were stood like by like these big massive skips and bins on the corner, and there was people literally having a wee there, like full on getting their private parts out. And the police went and like police went and said, we put that away, sir. I thought that was hilarious, but I was like, the toilets are literally there, like just go to the toilet. But yeah, that was another part of Henley that we saw, and people got so drunk, and it was a bit too crowded for me, to be honest. But after that, we went back in, had a glass of water that you could get for free, something that was free, sat down for 5 minutes, and I said to Paige, like, are you hungry? She's like, I'm starving. I was like, right, we need to get you some food. So we went into Henley town centre. We went to a place called, I think it's Cotê. It was a C-O-T with an E and like a little sign like this on the top. That was quite nice in there. The staff were really lovely. And I just had some chips. I wasn't really that hungry. I had the pizza a couple of hours before, and Paige had a pork belly with cabbage and dauphinoise potatoes, and I shared the truffle fries with her, and she had a pudding. I didn't. My stomach's just been a bit everywhere today. And yeah, we had a really lovely time. Really, really nice catch up. The next time that I see her will most likely be Burley horse trials that we're going to go to together in September, and Nahir is going to be there as well, so it's really lovely. It was such a lovely day with them both, and it was so nice to meet Nahir as well. We also bumped into one as well that we follow on Instagram. She's such a lovely person, so lovely to meet her. We also saw some other influencers as well that we all follow, but we didn't say hello to them because they were like in a different area, and I didn't really want to go down and disturb them. I don't like to just interrupt people. But yeah, it was nice to see people like influencers in the wild, so to speak. But yeah, it was enjoyable when the sun came out, but just watching the boats all day. It would have been nice if we had a picnic area and we could have just sat and watched it like on the riverbank. Yeah, it just wasn't the vibe. Was not the vibe. So the only thing I could say is if you can get in the steward enclosure and go to it, go to that. Or if you have like a private boat, if you're that bougie, and like go up and down the river or something like that, if you're able to do that, or have like an area on the other side of the riverbank, because I know that people could do that. That's just my opinion on it. So a little bit more info about me if you're new here, or if you're an oldie and you know a little bit more about me now. So that was basically my upbringing. I have worked my ass off to get where I am today. No one has given me anything apart from my little Peugeot. That's the only thing that I've been given in my life, and everything else I have worked my ass off for, and I'm very proud to say that. So yeah, moral of the story is, don't know if I'd go again, only if I can get in the steward enclosure. Other than that, I'd give it a 6/7 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10, I'll be real. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and it's gave you a experience of Henley, but this is just my opinion. Don't let it put you off. Just go and experience for yourself, because everyone has a different experience. A lot of people were very drunk and it's not my vibe, hence why the non-alcoholic wine that we had. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what your thoughts are on Henley if you've experienced it before, and don't forget to subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. And the next time I see you will be in Paris, so surprise, that's where we're going next. So I shall see you in the Paris vlog, and it's also my birthday whilst we're there, so I can't wait to bring you along for. I'm doing a Paris vlog and a birthday vlog, and then after that it'll be my what I got for my birthday video. So I shall see you then. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in Paris. Bye bye.
I wanna be the light